Hi everyone. I want to show you a common problem and how to fix it. So this always happens, or doesn't always happen, but when I have a backlit image, what frequently happens is I get a spectacular sky, but then an underexposed foreground. And if I go to my global edit and raise that, this now looks better, but I lose all that detail in my sky. So let's fix this. This is where selective edits are your friend. In this case, I'm going to use a linear gradient. So if I click on the little plus and click on the third option, which is the linear gradient, and in this case, I want to create and do an alteration from the bottom up, because this is where my where I want to change some things, and I'm going to bring this up, and I'm noticing this should be exactly the right angle, but it's not. So I'm going to kind of tilt this a little bit so that I'm tilting with my skyline, which I wish was going all the way across. And I think I'm going to bring this up and kind of knock this down so that, see how the red is now going to be applied down here, and it's going to slowly kind of fade away when I get to about here, which I think looks really good. So now when I go into light and I go over to exposure and I raise that up, see how I get, it doesn't affect the sky, and I kind of get a slow melt away. So I don't see that alteration happening. And of course, if I want to edit anything else, I can do that as well. I'm happy with that for now. So I'm going to come in now with my selective edits, and I'm going to add another edit. And I think I want to even punch that sky up some more. So because I'm working on the top, I'm going to drag from the top down in this case, once I click linear gradient. So I'm going to drag from the top down, again, being very careful to pay attention to the angle that I need. So I think I'll bring this down and then I'll drag this up again. So that looks pretty good. So that's going to alter that area. So what I think I'll do then is go to exposure. And in this case, I'm going to bump that down even more, make the sky look even more dramatic. And maybe because it's the sky, I think I'll go ahead and maybe saturate it a little bit more, so that really just punches. It looks kind of phenomenal. You know, I can do all kinds of other things. And I think the final thing I'm going to do is a global edit. So without doing any selective editing, I'm going to edit the entire picture. I think I'll come down to clarity and see how that just brings out a little bit of the sand there, the detail. Do the same thing. Let's try texture a little bit. Be careful. Sometimes when I do these things, like, I'm not sure how that's going to affect my subject matter. It doesn't seem to do much. They're so grainy already. That looks pretty darn good, actually. So if I save that, so I'll create version, I'll say final 2 because I've already done another one. And I look at that compared to the original. There's just no arguing. I mean, look at the difference between the two of them. All right. So I'm applying that again, so that is what it appears, and I will export that to my camera roll so I can submit that.